rock, paper, scissors event analysis as well as some stats that I've collected almost 500 pools. So let me hide the video and let's get to the details. So the situation is that we got a reduction in terms of the number of pools that we have available. Because previously it was 9 pools a day. This time it's 7 with the 1 diamond purchase, obviously. So we have 7 pools available per day for 5 days. Mind you, it used to be 9 pools for 6 days, which ended up becoming 6 times 9, 54. And then we used to have enough purchases that we would get to 99, and then just a $1 purchase would have yielded the 100. This time we just get 7 times 5 equals 35 free attempts, and you can purchase up to 54 diamonds because there is a 4th pack now. It used to be 3 packs for both, but now this got increased, so you get 50 attempts in total in exchange for a fortune. Plus the 35, it's basically 85. Now, for fairness, this ensures that if your server is not full and you cannot get enough trades, in that case you still get a chance for the 75. That's just for fairness, okay? But if you max everything out, in order to get to the 100, you will need to get 15 paid pools, which means that it would most likely go for this offer for 10 in total, costing $5, and another $4 or something along those lines would give you 5 more. So basically a $10 value that you can get in the 100 chest. This just the component chest stage, I already have 25 of it, so yeah, plus 20 Astro Silver worth 1,000 diamonds at this stage if it's the most discount. So I'm not that excited. There is no tripwire offer anymore, so my spending freeze stays. And usually I take the tripwire offer even during a spending freeze if there is like a $1, just to make sure that the system is not abusing these kinds of situations. Now, tripwire offer meaning a $1 offer, obviously. So you see that you're gonna get this chest for a teaser of a 4th generation hero. You need 25 more to unlock it. Well, we can hoard this for the next half year. We never know when it's gonna come, right? 60, you get DH chest 3, orange vestige, as if you didn't get enough from the event, as well as Eternity Adamant, amazing. And this one, basic rewards. So this is what we're getting. So people are expected to get the 4th generation teaser tokens, so that we'll wonder when it's gonna be released for the general public. And what's happening in these cases when you get started is you can choose angels and devils reward. Now what you need to do is figure out what is going on. For example, I have both of the B heroes 4-starred and 2 of the A heroes on this account, which means that I will have to play Angel in this specific case. During the demo, I'm not going to purchase anything for diamonds at all. So I just demo these 7 pools that we've got to get Sinka. And in my experiments, I haven't had time to collect whether it influences with scissors or paper. I always use rock. No matter what happens, I always use rock. And here is the Excel sheet. I'm gonna record the results. So first pool, 5 treasure hunt permit or divination vouchers. This is the 32nd. Then what's next? Purple vestige. We're lagging behind in, oh no, actually we don't. 39th. Purple vestige. We'll soon talk about these numbers. And by the way, why am I using Angel? Because Angel gives you token chest A, Sinka, Labeta, Korita, while token chest B gives you Harek and Khalid. And I already have Halak and Khalid, so this leaves me the Angel token. Astro Silver times 1. So 1 Astro Silver, 66, 67th. More Angel. purple vestige, another one. So 40th. Fifth one, another astro silver. Sixth one, another purple vestige. This looks a bit weird, 41. And the seventh and final one, 10 holy emblem tickets. I mean, it gives you red emblems, but you see, this is slightly lower than usual. Now, changes. There are quite a few changes. These were the 7 pulls. I've had 486 pulls in total. Okay, out of these 486, I've gotten 0 masks. I've gotten 3 diamonds, which is like a chance of 0.62%, which means that if you pull 1,000 times, you're expected to get diamond 6 times. That's like 10 accounts. So I had a mental model because this was the summer occasion. Remember, that's when I had these probabilities assigned. And this model was not proven, was not disproven either. This was the basics. I've tried doing other models as well. Note that this was 21.65% the draw, and it's 22.2. This time it's 25.31 the reality, the expectation is still 22.2. So the orange crystals are gone. So instead of orange crystals, you now have refinement stones. That's a small difference, but it doesn't change the calculations. Instead of 100 dragon blood, this time you have 200 dragon blood. The third change is that instead of 1 orange vestige, you have 2 orange vestiges. So these are the small changes. So 11.32%, it's like 1 out of 9. You lose every 9th battle. You get a draw, and at least 22.2% of the time, I would say that these two add up to 1/3, and you win or get an unexpected surprise 2/3 of the time. So it's still like this. You get Astro Silver and Gemcasters. I think these are random. I would assume it's 50-50. Let's see last time. Last time it was more Gemcasters, less Astro Silver. So it's either way. Now for the wins, if there is an outlier, for example the 10 emblem tickets, I'm not assuming at this stage that I'm getting so unlucky with the emblem tickets. I'm assuming that the probability for emblem tickets got reduced. Well, actually not necessarily reduced, it's just a lower tier reward than, let's say, Dreamcatchers and Generation 3.5. Every single time when we run this event, the Generation 3.5 and the Dreamcatchers bubble up to the top. And emblem tickets were kind of lower this time too. So you see, these are the rewards. By the way, I assigned them some value. Now Dragon Blood has some positive value this time because you can convert Dragon Blood to Arcana ore through a shop. So essentially it's 200 Dragon Blood is 12 tokens, and I think 150 tokens is 1 Arcana ore. Now it's a really low value, but it's still a value. Now these things have some positive value per pool. I'm assuming that with the discounted rates, I'm getting 118 diamonds worth of stuff. Last time I got 146. Why? Because I pulled 1 mask. This time I pulled 0 masks. So you see that these are the probabilities, and the model is quite accurate. That you win 55, so 5 out of 9 times. You get an unexpected surprise 1 out of 9 times. There is another interesting phenomenon. Batching. Batching is when out of these 25 occasions, these unexpected surprises almost always came in batches to me, at least. So for example, the fact that I got an orange vestige box, then a random win, then 3 other orange vestige boxes in sequence. So out of 5, I got 4 unexpected surprises. The probability of this happening is really low. So it's 1 out of 9, 1 over 9. to the power of 3 just for a sequence of 3. Oh wait, it's I don't know how to do power in this because I'm not an Excel genius, right? So the probability is 0.13%. Just to get 2, the probability is 1.2%. And the chances that I have such a sequence and then there is an other batch afterwards and then here before, which changes the probability even further, the chances of these batchings happening are so low and they are so consistently happening all the time, even before, I just didn't note it, that I'm assuming that there is some batching going on in the system. Batching means that once you get an unexpected surprise, more unexpected surprises are more likely in the future, in the near future. I usually got them between 20 and 40. I don't know what this means. If you have similar batching, let me know. But it would be amazing if these rates got disclosed. Simply because there are these things that people are guessing if it's fair, if it's unfair, if there is an issue. By the way, there is ISO 9241-210 back in 2019 that described what fair systems are like. Proper transparency is supposed to be a baseline expectation for players. So please be more demanding. I opened a support ticket myself on Era of Chaos. I would expect you to stand up as well if you want a better game. We need transparency around mask probabilities and around diamond probabilities. Why is that? These are the rarest, highest rewards. And we need transparency because we don't want to speculate whether a pay-to-win player gets better odds than a free-to-play player, or whether a player who needs to catch up in terms of whatever, like power or arena or anywhere, gets better rates than a player who is already ahead in order to incentivize more spending. We want to believe that the game is fair. And in order to believe this, we need transparency in terms of rates. This is super important to keep long-term trust running in the game. Otherwise, we would not have trust. So this is why I'm recommending transparency. There is gonna be the Digital Fairness Act coming. Now, I'm not preaching fairness for the sake of fairness. I'm preaching it for even maximizing the earning ability of the game. Because in order for the game to survive in the long run, it needs to get revenue. You can get revenue in the best possible way if there is fairness involved, because players trust the system and spending money requires some level of trust on all levels, all the way from Krakens to very low opportunistic spenders. Otherwise, if I see that some weirdness may be going on in the system, then I don't trust the company with my money that I'm gonna get the entertainment value that I would expect for my money. Because my wallet finances these types of games, as well as AAA games, or as well as things like Hollow Knight. Just research what the latest Hollow Knight brought. It basically brought down Steam straight away because there was a denial of service happening because there was so much demand on the game. $20 game, compare the value. Okay, so we need to deliver a minimum level of service. That's an expectation from the end of players. That's not like, please do it. No, that's an expectation. I cannot say it in any other ways. Okay, back to the stats. So this batching is happening. Now this batching, the second one, I encoded it in a way that here we had, actually there was a 1 in front of it, I just didn't place it properly for treasure hunt permits. Treasure hunt permit, then something else, then 2 in a row, then something else, then a vestige. V stands for vestige. As another occurrence. Vestige, treasure hunt permit, then something else, then another treasure hunt permit. The third occurrence, even more strange. Vestige, something else, treasure hunt permit, 2 something else's, another treasure hunt permit, then something else, then a treasure hunt permit. So essentially unexpected surprises out of 8 we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 out of 8 in batches. So this is the third option. Fourth option, treasure hunt permit, vestige, then something else, then another treasure hunt permit. This is the 1vx one. So I'm seeing that out of 25 treasure hunt permits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 came in batches. 40% of these permits came in batches. And the probability of this happening, once again, that you get an other unexpected surprise is 1/9. So this seems well above the expected probability. Here only 7 out of 25, but it's still above the expected probability of it happening. So I'm mindful of batching, but batching is mainly happening for these. Once it happened for diamonds, actually. So I'm wondering if it happens for mass, but it's really unlikely. Once it happens for diamonds. So I'm assuming that for these two, these are interchangeable. So whether it's a vestige or a permit or divination voucher, doesn't matter. Whether it's this or something else, it doesn't really matter because they are interchangeable. If there is batching happening, then there is some that Raw Paul calls a banana zone, right? And that banana zone gives you a lot of extra rewards. Now, whether you evaluate orange vestige boxes as extras, I don't know. So now you see. Now, bad news. The bad news is that I got exactly 0 masks out of 486 pulls. Last time I got 1 mask out of 448. So this means that in total we got 1 over 448 plus 400, no, not times, plus 486, which is 0.1%. Now, if we believe that in the forum someone made 250 pulls and got 1 mask, and we dilute it with this, then 250, then we got 2 masks in total, then the probability becomes 0.17%. It's like an appalling probability. A really, really bad probability. Out of 100 pulls, you're not expected to get even 1. So if you're looking for this, it's a diamond thing. Now, what is my bad news? Most likely, most people will still go for the 75 diamond sync at all, or at least, because you can get 85 in total. But for the 75th chest, you're gonna get 5 generation 4 hero tokens, which is so scarce that you might as well just get it. So this is the bad news. And how are you gonna make these purchases? It's quite evident. You first do these pulls 3 times, so it's like 30. So you have 65 already, and unfortunately you have to get 2 of these cards to get to 75. Now, low spend, well, not so, weak accounts meaning that you just started, so new accounts, fresh accounts. One of the deal breakers for you is gonna be the campaign. There is a chance that you won't be able to finish the campaign every single day. I always say this during rock, paper, scissors, super important. Please either make a deal with your guild to freeze the arena for these 5 days and lower arena defenses, because arena defenses yield campaign units. So these campaign units are the same as the arena defenses. So lower the arena defenses for the guild. If this cannot happen and you have to stop somewhere between like level 10, level 11, for instance, and you cannot proceed, in that case, sacrifice one of the days. So you're better off sacrificing Tuesday and Thursday. If you can make progress on Monday, do it. If you cannot, then you've already sacrificed Monday, and then you'll have to do Tuesday, Thursday. But you can sacrifice 2 out of 5 days. And on the other 3 days, what you do is, so you go as far as you can, and then you do the daily reset and stop. And then after stopping, you go as far as you can, you reset, and you do as many as you can to get the 12 battles, 12 campaign battles. And then you stop. And then you do the remaining battles, you reset. And this way you may even cover 4 days out of 5. I could have told you on Sunday, but it wasn't in my mind that I remember having to do this like in the past rock, paper, scissors like 1.5 years ago. In that case, on Sunday, I would have done a reset, but I wouldn't have done the battles themselves. Okay, this is just for new accounts. And other than that, trade respectfully. So for example, in my case, I sent out 3 tickets, I got 3 tickets. It's quite straightforward. And there is also something that we call an alt account, if you want to understand what it means. What's important is that according to the terms and conditions, super important. If you have an alt account, you have to do some gestalting. Gestalting means that it is up to you to interpret what that alt account is, what the goal of that alt account is. According to the terms and conditions, the alt account cannot have just the simple goal of supporting another player. It has to have its own goal. So whenever I have a second account, it has a purpose to research something specific. That's my primary goal with that account. And secondary goal, well, I send tickets. So this is just for fairness, for terms and conditions, so that I'm not preaching something that violates the terms and conditions of the game. I would not do that myself. I've read that it's possible to create multiple accounts, it's fine, but then those accounts have to have a purpose. Okay? A purpose, a sole purpose. Otherwise, you won't be called most likely, but still it's against terms and conditions. Okay? So that's the idea. So for example, you can have a goal of collecting diamonds. On this account, this is not an alt account, this is a main account. Here I have quite a lot of diamonds already because I'm looking for the future. So I'm already living in the future. Because if the game is deflationary, meaning that everything gets devalued except for diamonds, obviously I will want my diamonds to be worth more, so I will purchase future stuff with my present diamonds. Turtle strategy. So that's it. This is rock, paper, scissors. Write it in the comments if you like it, and write it in the comments if you don't. And don't forget the like.